action. Welcome! And today we're solving yet another murder. This is Investigator and the case of Chekhov's gun. I had so much fun playing the first one that I just had to play another one. And I know there's another one after this, which I might also play. But yeah, anyway, without further ado, let's begin. Alright. Yet again, we've got our little case file with nothing in it so far. Let's begin. Okay, what's the details of... Wait a second, you're not Bobby Cat. Nice to meet you, Investigator. The name's Dogtective. I'm afraid Bobby Cat can't join you on this particular case for reasons that will become apparent once I turn the light on. Why are we sitting in the dark anyway? For dramatic effect, of course. Wait a minute, Investigator, who's this with you? Apologies, Detective, this is Bad Luck Duck, my sidekick. I'm afraid he's, imperative to the process. My sidekicks take notes and store clues for me. Absolutely essential. If you say so, Investigator. Anyway, here's a quick summary of the situation. At first glance, it's an apparent suicide. The individual was known as the Bipolar Bear. Not a very upstanding citizen. He ran an illegal grow-op in this very room. Polar Bear with a record of multiple run-ins with the law, petty theft, speeding tickets, drug busts. Apparently he got involved with the manufacturing side of crime. What was he growing? What else? Catnip. Of course. By the way, why did you say apparent suicide? The murder weapon, a gun, by the way, Chekhov's brand. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Revolver 22 LR belongs to him, and the ballistics match the bullet found in the right side of his head, but there's no suicide note, and, well, I'll leave it to your famous investigative skills to find out the rest for yourself. Cause of death was a gunshot wound to the left temple, no suicide note. Very sporting of you, Dogtective. Let's get quacking, Investigator. Wow. Beautiful. I still don't know why our boy couldn't. The latest theory is that the catnip plants grow fastest under red lasers. The Bipolar Bear cell phone. It's got a pin lock on it. We can still see his latest notifications. Let's see, 3 missed calls, 2 Facebook messages, and an angry text from someone named the Krabby Tabby. Your latest strain was... I want my money back. Not a very happy customer. Victim had at least one customer with a grudge. What's this, Investigator? It appears to be a summary of an electricity bill. This could buy you a used car? Catnip plants do need a lot of light. An exorbitant monthly electricity bill. Looks like a commonly prescribed antidepressant. The dosage on this could tranquilize a horse. The markings on the pack indicate the last pill was taken at least 5 days ago. The victim was taking medication for mood stabilization. Odd, there's nothing in here but cash. The friend of all tax evaders everywhere. Wait a second. I think I see what Dogtective meant. If the entry wound was in the right side of the head, why would he be holding the gun in his left hand? I mean, you could still probably do that, I think. The gun was found held in the victim's right hand. Did you dust for fingerprints? Sure did. None found. None found, not even the victim's. The gun was found laying next to his right hand. Then it was a murder, and frankly, a very amateur murder. No fingerprints were found on the gun, not even the victim's. The only thing this cigarette ash tells me is that someone needs to buy a bloody ashtray. It's probably a good thing Bobby Cat isn't here with us today. Oh, because he's a cat. I'm dumb. Yikes, poor guy. Nothing else? Don't... Oh. Can you deduce anything from these footprints? Yes, I deduce that somebody needs to wipe their feet at the door when they come in. Huh. Yeah, I think that's everything. Got the bill, the pills, the phone, the cash, the gun, the dude's face, catnip, the light. Cigarettes. I think we're good. You have a group of suspects arrested and interrogated. As a matter of fact, yes, I went through the neighbor's reports and his cell company records and obtained a list of suspects who potentially met him in person today. We've rounded them all up at the station for questioning. Ready to head over there. Yeah. And who are these lot? Okay, all we have so far are their names. Thought we'd leave the expert interrogation work to you. You'll be questioning the sleazy Siamese, the craven raven, the irrelevant elephant, and the crabby tabby. Okay, so these two are the only ones that would need catnip. Okay, we'll crack them wide open, right, investigator? I swear this duck. Bad luck there. Why do you keep saying eh? Never mind. Okay, let's go with the one you wouldn't suspect the most. I'm innocent, I don't know nothing. What exactly was your relationship with the bipolar polar bear? We were just friends, really good friends. Really? Yeah, we were roommates in college, I swear that's all. So what were you doing at his apartment today? What? Is it against the law now to visit an old friend? Of course, I don't eat this stuff myself. I know better than to, never mind. Have you noticed the bipolar bear acting any differently as late? He's just a little grouchier, maybe. He'd fly off the handle for no good reason, especially at his old friends who are just trying to help a guy out. You're referring to something specific. So what if I am? Fine, I confess. Me and the bipolar bear had a business partnership, alright? He grew the goods, I found the customers, and collected payments. I was just a middleman. I never touched the junk, I swear. I think that's still illegal. Okay, I can see you're a real tough sell. Maybe he'd found out that I was skimming a bit extra off the top and we had a bit of a shouting match today, so what? I didn't kill him, I swear. Short change. Victim had an argument with his business partner about the money. Business partner in the victim's catnip operation found customers and handled the money side of things, confessed to being caught cheating the bipolar bear out of his share. Quacked him like an egg. Alright, we'll be back. Let's do this guy next. Alright, hello. How may I help you today? We start official questioning. Let's talk about the hat. Let's not. How do you know the bipolar polar bear? He rented an apartment for me. Don't tell me you found him on Craigslist. You really are expert investigators. Do you know the bipolar bear was growing catnip in his apartment? Of course not. I was furious when I found out that fact. He just signed a 12-month lease, too. How would you otherwise describe the bipolar bear as a tenant? Awful. I'd run his background check, so I suppose I should have known better, but you know how it is, detectives. Times are hard, money's tight, and the real estate market isn't great around here. You're telling me, pal. It just makes me so angry how unfair life is sometimes, you know? Where did you find that? In his basement? I'm not sure how you got a hold of it. The electricity bills by all rights go through me. Electricity is included in the rent? Like I said, times are hard right now. Sometimes you do what you have to attract tenants. Unhappy landlord. The victim's electricity bill was being paid by his landlord. Before we start official questioning, let's... Okay, kind of hard to believe you didn't know about... I don't like the tone of your voice. Sir, please calm down. Don't ask me to calm down. I am calm. Oh well, as long as I can give an anonymous testimony. As a matter of fact, I let myself in to fix the plumbing in the bathroom. I caught the craven raven just as he was leaving. He looked real upset about something. After I was done, I locked the door behind me, and then that was when I thought I saw the Krabby Tabby sulking around in the bushes. It's very helpful, thank you, Mr. Elephant. The victim's landlord went to fix the apartment that day to fix the plumbing, claims to have seen the craven raven and the Krabby Tabby on the property. Okay, I think we're done here. Let's go you. Sleazy Siamese. Would you boys in blue please hurry it up? Some of us have clients waiting, you know? So, catnip. How did you know the bipolar bear? We were friends, that's all. Just friends. Let's just say that our friendship was mutually beneficial, shall we? How exactly did you benefit? I would get the occasional handful of catnip, and the bipolar bear would occasionally have the pleasure of my company. I figured. That sounds vaguely illegal. Oh, please, darling. You've got nothing on me. No money ever exchanged. Pause. Okay. An escort barely operating on the side of the law exchanged catnip with a bipolar bear in exchange for her company, visited the victim on the day of the murder, claiming he was ending their arrangement. I didn't know that. So, catnip. It's legal now, darling. I'm not sure what you're trying to prove. You're willing to confirm that you obtained catnip from the bipolar bear? Yes, although, of course, I'm sure I had no idea he was growing it illegally out of his home. Quite unfortunate, really. How about his gun? Were you aware he owned one? I'd see him carrying it occasionally. I can't say I took particular notice. Okay, tell me a bit about yourself. I'm sure I don't know what you're insinuating, dear. I'm entirely above board. My clients are simply looking for a charming dinner companion to hang on their arm for the night. Uh-huh. I also do part-time acting work, darling. I have an agency and everything. I'm sure you do. Okay. We can get a plea bargain, the whole works. That won't work on her. Look, we know you're lying. You might as well spill the beans. I don't know what'll work on her because she is very confident in herself. Right? She knows we don't have crap on her. We'll come back to her. Okay. It's a waste of my time. I don't understand how you can detain me like this for no reason. You bought the catnip. Hey man, it's medicinal. I have a prescription. How long have you been buying catnip from the deceased? About a year now, I suppose. Out of curiosity, did you know he owned a gun? I hadn't the least idea. I'm not close friends with him or anything. Sorry. Give us the account of your movements all day. What can you tell about the... I'll do this one. Fine, I went to the store at around 10 in the morning, came back at 11, cooked lunch, sat around and posted vitriolic comments on YouTube and other internet forums for a few hours. At 3, I left to go see the bipolar bear and to complain and ask for a refund. You actually saw the deceased at this point. No, I rang the doorbell several times and there wasn't a reply. After 5 minutes waiting, I just left and went back home. And after that, I watched Netflix all day until I got a call asking me to come to the station. An unsatisfied customer of the deceased used catnip for medicinal purposes, claims to have visited the bipolar bear around 3 p.m. for a refund and left just after 5 minutes. Somebody that angry would not leave after, well, it's 5 minutes, I don't know. What do you want me to say? He gave me low quality merchandise, I demanded a refund. It was a simple business transaction. You seem pretty upset about it though. Like I said, this stuff is medicinal, alright? Are you always this angry about things? Look, I type in all caps because it's easier to read, okay? Tell us the truth. We might be able to get you in the witness protection program. We have evidence you were there on this. Let's do coax. I already told you everything I know. Bribery won't help you here. That was worth a shot. Well, why didn't you say so in the first place? Alright, fine. After ringing the doorbell a dozen times, I just let myself in. The door wasn't locked or anything. And? Look, I'm telling you the truth this time. He was already dead when I walked in. What did you do at that point? Fine, I went through his wallet and took my money back. I wasn't stealing, alright? I could have taken it all if I wanted. Actually, that is still steep. Thank you for your testimony, sir. Okay. The Krabby Tabby really wanted his money back. I'll let you know if we... Okay, so we're gonna try to do this one. I do like bargains. Very well, I'll tell the truth. The bipolar bear had called me today wanting to discuss a personal matter. Turns out he was looking to settle down with a more long-term partner and wanted to end our arrangement. And this didn't bother you? Heavens no. I have no particular attachment to my friends. All broken up. Victim has just ended his relationship with the sleazy Siamese. She could be lying. She looks pretty proud to me. Oh, really, dear? How terribly amateur. You're more welcome to speak to my agency's lawyers on the matter. This line of questioning. Alright. Clear as mud. At least one of them, or maybe all of them, is lying. You know, I'm starting to think this detective work isn't all it's quacked up to be. Do you know why you keep saying quack instead of crack? What? What are you talking about? I wasn't sure if you're aware. Are you sure you're not going quackers, Investigator? I think I need a drink. Focus, Investigator. We need you to find the murderer. Yes, of course. Have the suspects background checks come in? Yes, sir. Yes, these confirm my suspicions perfectly, but as usual, I'd let my sidekick show me up every once in a while. Would you like to do the honors of cracking the case? I was born ready. I wasn't. So, we have... The elephant doesn't seem... I mean, it's expensive, sure. Did the music cut out on its own? It did. Oh, there it goes. Okay. The elephant doesn't really have a motive, right? I mean, bad tenant, sure. The crow does, the cat doesn't, he does. But I feel like it's the crow, right? No fingerprints. At all. He already got what he wanted. I feel like it's him. They all seem plausibly guilty. First, we can wash out the sleazy Siamese. She was never actually at the scene of the crime, as confirmed by our interrogation and witness testimonies. Also, her motive was fairly weak. People kill for love all the time. Yes, but the Siamese is far too careful and mercenary about emotion to let it rule her. Next, we can rule out the Craven Raven. His personality type is conniving enough to steal, but far too cowardly to attempt murder. You got a point. So, then is it the elephant? It's always the one you least expect, and he already got what he wanted. Even if he was caught in the act? He would have been far more likely to turn tail and run, which sounds like he did, than to retaliate, fight, or flight, and he is a bird. I resent the species stereotyping, Investigator. Our final two suspects had the strongest motivators of all. Money. So then, maybe the elephant? At first, I almost ruled out the irrelevant elephant. He seemed an innocent onlooker, a victim of a bad tenant and a Craigslist deal, and the Krabby Tabby struck me as particularly cold-blooded. It takes a certain single-minded indifference to rob a dead man. But the more the irrelevant elephant talked, the more suspicious I got. He was already in a financial tight waters, and now he had to foot an unusually large electricity bill. I'm sure he finally got fed up and made his way down to confront the bipolar bear. Upon finding the grow-up, he was incensed. In a fit of rage, he used the victim's own gun against him, leaving no fingerprints. After all, he was using his trunk. After realizing his crime, he clumsily tried to frame the scene as a suicide. But why not just evict him? As you might have seen, the irrelevant elephant has a history of terrible anger management. What if I told you that the medication we found at the scene of the crime was his, not the bipolar bear's? What? As you noted previously, the dosage in those pills were far too high for a bear, but they would have been high enough for an elephant. You convinced me. Let's go in and make an arrest. You have the right to remain silent. No, I won't let you lock me up. We need backup. The elephant is resisting arrest. I repeat, the elephant is resisting arrest. Help, he's... Are we gonna lose another one? I'm taking you with me. He's been trampled flat. Apprehend this murderer. I'll see you get life for this, you madman. Can't believe we didn't see this coming. It's not your fault. Perhaps we just didn't want to acknowledge the elephant in the room. Nice. Alright. The bad luck duck. I mean, it was kinda in his name. Yes, it was. Alright. Thank you to these people. Amazing audio. Yeah. So that was that. So, I'm not gonna say I'm terrible at this. I'm not great. But I think the last time I did call that it was gonna be everybody. So 50-50? I don't know. I might play the third one. Honestly, this is way too fun for me not to play the third one. It might not be back to back like I did. Almost back to back. But yeah, I will definitely play the third one because these are super fun to do and they're super fun to play. I kind of like the whole aspect of it. I think it's creative. I think though, no, I was gonna say it's always the one you don't suspect, but last time it was everybody. I think they're keeping it new. I think it's well done. I think it's nice to play and it's just fun to play something like that. I really like that game. I wonder if there's more types of games like that out there. I would definitely play them. But yeah, anyway, thank you for sitting down, thank you for watching, and thank you for hopefully enjoying as much as I did, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Watch out, and be nice to your landlords. Or don't rack up an electricity bill that could kill somebody, literally. Bye.